Well, this Korean-American chef shines a light on the lively, unique qualities of Filipino cuisine through her book in Spanish and restaurant in Argentina. We get to know Christina Sunae, joining us now live from Buenos Aires in Argentina. Good morning to you, Christina. Thank you so much for joining us.
Buenos dias, Rico. How are you?
May paabak. Keka, I mean, of course, that's in Kapampangan. You lived in Pampanga for quite some time when you were young.
Yeah.
Despite your passion for Filipino food, Christina, you are not Filipino, you are Korean-American. Share with us briefly what brought you to the Philippines and to Pampanga.
Exactly. I was born in the U.S. My father is American, a very tall man, blonde hair, blue eyes. Born to my Korean mother, and they had separated when I was very young, and my dad remarried. I stayed with my dad, and my dad remarried a Filipino woman who is my mom and who I grew up with and who instilled in me the Filipino culture. We moved to the Philippines, and I spent my childhood in Angeles City, in Pampanga.
So what led to your passion for cooking?
My family is very, very, very Filipino.
Yes.
I have Korean blood, but I didn't grow up in Korea. I'm not familiar with Korean culture like I am Filipino culture.
So Christina,
I grew up Filipino. That's why I say I'm Filipino at heart.
Yes. Filipino at heart, always and forever. So what led to your passion for cooking, Christina?
Well, in my family, Kapampangans are known for cooking. And in my family, we always cook and we always cook together. Whether the men are making lechon in the yard, and we're cooking we're making the little skewers with pork, we're making lumpia sariwa, we're making, in Kapampangan, we call it bulanglang, which is a sinigang with guava. I mean, there's so many things that we make at home, and home. I'm talking about in Angeles City. Going to the market, all these things that I grew up with. Sharing Filipino cuisine. The women in my family, they all cook, and they all cook very, very, very well.
Wow. Yes, I know Kapampangans cook very well. And you have brought Filipino food to Argentina through your Asian tapas restaurant, which is called Apu Nena, which means Lola Nena in Kapampangan. How is the reception for Filipino cuisine there in Argentina?
Well, going back to the name, Apu Nena is actually my Lola. Apu in Kapampangan is Lola, and Nena is her name. So that's why we call it Apu Nena. And here, everyone's loving it. I mean, you can imagine this Argentina, we all speak Spanish here. We do have something common with the Philippines, which is being a Spanish colony. So there are little things in Filipino cuisine that connects with Spanish cuisine, and also the names. So, and it's not an Asian cuisine that's it's very nice on the palate. The one flavor that Filipinos really use is what do you call it? Acidez, the sourness. And here in Argentina, they really, really like that flavor. They're loving it.
Christina, have you brought adobo and sinigang to Argentina?
Of course, of course. My favorite dish to make is the bulanglang from Pampanga, but I also made a sinigang with fish. And we sour with fruits that we can find here. Sometimes we do it with pineapple, sometimes we do it with tamarind. I can get tropical fruits from the north of Argentina. Always trying to use local ingredients here to make Filipino food, of course.
So tell us about your book.
My palate is Filipino.
Oh,
I grew up eating all of this.
Tell us about your book. Tell us about your book, Christina. You're busy traveling and promoting and celebrating the launch of your new book, Cucinera Filipina. And it is not in English, it is not in Tagalog, it is not in Kapampangan, but it is in Spanish. How many recipes do you have in this book?
I have about 70 recipes. The book is called Cucinera Filipina, launched here in Argentina, but is available all throughout Latin America and also in Spain. You can find it on Amazon Espanol. What I know, and I think it's one of the first books written on Filipino cuisine, written only in Spanish, not translated from English to Spanish. So I'm super proud of this. This is a book that we made on a trip, 22 days traveling all throughout the Philippines with our guide, Clang Garcia, and with photographer Eduardo Torres and two of his children who are also the Torres family. We traveled all over the Philippines to 12 different destinations in 22 days to take pictures of everything in this book.
Just taking a look at the pictures, it's really making me hungry. And I know Buenos Aires is 36 hours away from Manila. Any plans to visit the Philippines anytime soon to promote your new book and to cook for your Filipino fans?
Yes, I just finished a tour here in Argentina, 9 different cities. I toured in 9 different cities doing dinners and lunch promoting the book. In October, we are going to Spain to 3 different cities to promote the book. And I will be in the Philippines at my restaurant, Sunae Asian Cantina, August 6th for about 20 days. So I'll be there launching a new menu at the restaurant. My restaurant's in BGC in High Street Mall in Manila. And we'll be launching new dishes. It's more Southeast Asian food that we do at Sunae Asian Cantina in Manila. But I'm going to launch a lot of new recipes that I have in the book. Like the tamal, the Filipino tamal. I'm going to have in there, which that I learned on my trip, and I published it in the book.
Looking forward to meeting you in person right here in Manila this coming August. Chef Christina Sunae, thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word, live from Buenos Aires, Argentina.